Oh, are you feeling all right, Miyo? Miyo.
It's you, Lord 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐾𝐥.
Miss Miyo, isn't it?
So this episode of My Happy Marriage was another fantastic episode, featuring Miyo learning about the Western culture and kind of really getting acclimated into her new position of power, kind of being not the Duchess, but kind of being Miss Kudo and kind of everything that comes with it, taking lessons from another Miss Kudo, which is Kudo's sister, and just kind of really again getting acclimated into her Western, into the Western views, as the time period that this is covering is really that like revolution that took place in Japan, where it was being very Americanized, or you could say being very influenced by Western culture. So again, if you know about it historically, it's just a really cool thing to see depicted within anime, because it was a real time period and it was a real thing that did occur within Japanese and that kind of like Asian culture being so heavily influenced by the West. And those are things that primarily occurred more heavily in Japan and Korea, and it did happen in China as well. But it was one of those things that Japan really was heavily influenced by, just because the close proximity of the U.S. to Japan and everything that was occurring within the world during that time. So that was really cool to see. And as all of those things were happening, you had Kudo on the opposite end, meeting with the new head of the Saimoris, which is the pink-haired dude, which is the older brother of Keiichi or whatever his name was, who took over there, and he has promised to kind of undo the wrongs or redo the rights of the Saimoris, and in partnership with the Kudos, basically saying that his family's going to kind of pledge to the Kudos and follow in his footsteps to try and get some, or try and salvage some of their some of their bloodline, some of their honestness, some of their I can't find the right word, but basically like, try and like get back right in the eyes of the emperor and everybody, consider all the wrongs that they have recently done. Then you have Kudo meeting the emperor, or at least the emperor's daughter or son, not really sure, but the emperor's kid. And apparently that emperor's child has the ability to kind of like see or get premonitions of the future, where he warns, or she warns, I'm not really sure. They warn Kudo about kind of what's to come and everything, and the plague that's going to come about the people and the things that are going to come about that. And then also warns Kudo about what Miyo is going to bring, seeing that there's something there. Then on the opposite end, we see the 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐾𝐥 or whatever, or that particular family or people preparing for an awakening. We think that awakening is talking about Miyo, that there's something inside of Miyo, and that she's going to be some kind of significant figure into some kind of event that's going to happen. I hope that, again, Kudo can shield her from that. And then we got to meet like the creepy dude with the glasses, who we've been very sus about for a while now. And he ends up catching Miyo, as I think he was the reason that she was going to pass out anyways. But little to be known about what he's going to cause in the storyline and everything. But, definitely very sus about him, not really trusting him whatsoever, but definitely want to learn more. So overall, really great episode. Kind of fantastic timeline that is, timeline of events, the sequence of events that are happening. Really interesting. My interest level is really high. Can't wait to see what happens next. Definitely on the edge of my seat. But overall, this was a fantastic episode and another notch in the belt that is My Happy Marriage. And really, again, really great episode. Really enjoyed it quite a bit. That's really all I have to say, on this episode. I know it's going to be a very short and quick video, but there wasn't really too much else that I can really expand on. Those are the sequence of events, and we kind of got everything at face value. So outside of the awakening and seeing, what's going to happen with Miyo and her nightmares, there's not really much else to kind of really sit here and try and predict what's going to happen in this show specifically. So at this point, I'm just going to say a fantastic episode, and I can't wait to see more. And now I want to know what your thoughts were on this episode in the comments below. As always, I appreciate you being here, my friends, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.